Any other thing that you're curious about, just remember during the week, if there is something that you remember, try to integrate it in your day. You do not have to try to remember a whole class worth of content. Start with one move or two moves. If you are moving through the weekend, you remember those things that felt a little good. Try to do them once or twice outside of class, and then you'll help your body. Every week you do it, something else might stick with you. And that's how you begin thinking about it at other times other than during our hour. So we're going to start again, as I mentioned, with the breath. So to start with that, I want you to sit tall. Again, let me grab my chair real quick and I'll sit in the chair. You could stand if you prefer. We'll be doing a little bit of both. My goal is to not wear you out so much. So remember our cardinal rule, which is if you're in a position today where you don't feel like doing a posture or a movement, that's okay. You're allowed. Give yourself permission to just watch and focus on your breath, okay? Remember to be kind to yourself. That's what this whole journey is about. Our whole lesson through recovery and overcoming is being conscious of paying attention to the messages your body is sending you. So Qigong helps to open up the body so that you're more able to understand, ooh, what's that from? And try to visualize with the breath, releasing the dis-ease in our body. So without further ado, I'll grab that chair. So remember, when you're practicing or at other times during your day, try to find a chair that isn't a lazy boy style, where you can really practice your posture. Important to the breath is making sure that we don't lean back in those lazy boy chairs. They're so easy to do. And our whole culture is kind of expressed us being in this style of posture. When you think about car chairs, the chair in your car has a little tilt to the back. So we're constantly in this rounded form, and that helps to compromise your bowels and your organs. So sitting forward in the chair without using the back allows you to use your lower back muscles. And if it's not comfortable, it will become comfortable like everything else. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. I have both my feet flat on the floor. I'm going to lift my ribs up. And again, if you're standing, same thing. You could even practice with your back against the wall. So the back of your legs, your hips, shoulders, and head are all touching the wall, practicing your posture as you breathe. Take a long breath in. Feel your ribs lengthen and your spine lift up. Now take a moment and just notice where your head is. If you're leaning forward and look at your computer, try to adjust the head back. Exhale. So we sustain the breath a little bit. That allows the oxygen to flow down through our body. Go into any space that needs a little extra love this morning. So inhale. Feel your ribs expanding out to the side. Exhale. Notice your abdomen moving in toward your spine. This morning, place your hand on your abdomen. This is called the lower dantian. This is the area where we store our life force energy. It allows us to also notice our breath. So inhaling, feel your abdomen come out to the middle of the room. Just imagine your belly button smiling out into the room. No need to hold it in, let it out. And then as you exhale, draw that abdomen in toward your vertebrae. Fully empty your breath. Inhale again, close your eyes. It's like a big balloon. The balloon bounces. We want a big inflated balloon, tall spine. Slowly releasing on the exhale. Squish out any extra breath at the end. Begin your next inhale. Invite your whole body to sustain that breath for a moment. So picture the oxygen floating through every organ and bone and tissue in your body. Releasing, feeling the abdomen draw in toward the spine. One last round, inhale. And exhale. If you haven't closed your eyes yet, take a moment to close them. I'm just going to notice any difference in how you feel. And this breath that we've been using is the same breath that we're going to use throughout our class. Remember, it's very easy as a habit in our culture. We move fast. And our goal is to slow everything down. It's harder to slow down than it is to do things fast. So part of our practice is helping ourselves get into that habit. So the next time we practice intervals of slowing down and pausing through your day and through your week, so your body has that chance to rest. Remember, children take naps and adults forget to. So let's all come to standing, and if you want to stay in your chair, that's fine. We're going to do spinal cord breathing. Again, this is for the nervous system. It also massages your liver, spleen, and kidneys. And remember, the spine is the key of life. It is what we call the tree of life, actually. It's where your central nervous system comes from the tailbone up to the brain. So we want to be sure that we keep it supple so that we can receive all those messages the body is sending us. You can do this in your chair if you have issues with your shoulders or any other part of your body. This may be a nice alternative. Your goal is to squeeze in the shoulders, open your heart, and look up gently. Put a smile on your face each time you look up. It's a habit I want you to develop. Exhale, chin in, tailbone under, press your spine back. You could open your arms. This will open up the lymph nodes more. Exhale. This is the movement. So if you want to stand and join me, breathe in, tailbone back. Exhale, chin in. If you want, you could step in. Inhale, step out, tailbone back. Exhale, stepping in is optional. Focus on your spine. Really tuck under. Inhale, smile to the sky. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Again, breathe in. Squeeze the shoulders, curl the tailbone back. Exhale. Breathe in as you look up and think, I'm happy to be alive. Feel free to say it out loud. Exhale. Inhale, happy to be alive. Smile into the sky. Exhale. Remember, your cells are eavesdropping on your thoughts. Breathe in. You smile on your face. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And lay your hands again on your abdomen. Soften your shoulders down away from your ears. As you breathe in, feeling your abdomen expand and compress. Allowing that natural breath to flow through your body. Notice if you're feeling any tingling. Maybe a little lightheaded. If you are, that's an okay thing. That's what we want. That's our chi that we're stirring up. Now we're gonna do knocking on the door of life. It's a little more challenging in a chair, but you can do a miniature version of it. Tapping at the front of your hip and at the back of your rib cage. This is the kidney point. So our goal here is really, if you can stand, it's better. Bent knees and your hips are gonna be turning. So think of your whole front of your hips turning toward your knees on each side. And because the shoulders are just sitting above the hips, when the hips move, the shoulders follow. Tapping can be as hard or as soft as you need it to be today. If you're in a chair, remember, just pick, you could tap this way and then lean forward and tap on the back as a variation when you're in a chair. It also works. This, with the hips moving, allows you to get the joints so that our Jing, which is our energy within our body, it's unlocked. Swing the arms if you can. If it's not comfortable, do the variation of just tapping at the hips and at the back and the kidneys, which is the door of life. Tapping on the door of life. And again, put that little smile on your face, even if it's a grin. Showing gratitude to your body. You're here today. You're in the moment. That's what it's all about. Now let's slow that down. You just place your hands out to the side, palms open, close your eyes. You have a little space. Imagine there's an egg underneath your armpit. See if you're aware of any tingling through your palms and fingertips. Soften your face. Now soften your arms to the side. We're going to do a full body flow. So with this one, again, if you're in a chair, sit forward on the chair. You'll follow along without standing, but you still are going to fold forward with us, okay? So I'm just going to cross my hands. They're lightly laying on top of each other. Bend your knees. You're going to tuck your tailbone under for the first part. And inhale, lift your arms up as high as you can. Gently lean back or not, whatever works for you today. Inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to fold forward. So you come down halfway and try tucking your tailbone under and your chin in. So we're getting that rounded spine. If you're folding forward, you're just hanging forward in your chair. Let your head sink down toward the floor. Opening the lower back. Feel the solid earth under your feet. Draw in your abdomen and start pushing your spine up so your shoulders are going to follow. Hands stay stacked. Inhale, follow your hands so your eyes stay connected. Lean back as much as is comfortable. Tailbone's tucked under. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the crown of your head to the floor. Let your body hang. Again, if you're in a chair, you're just leaning forward. If you're standing or sitting, push your spine up, rounding the spine. Try tucking your tailbone under. Let your head hang. It's empty. And then using your abdomen, tuck the tailbone under. Push the spine up to the sky. Arms are going to lift up as you lean back. If you're getting dizzy, be sure you can just use your hands and come down your legs in a way that works for your body. So use your own support. When you come down as far as you can this time, we're going to do a little bit of tapping. So first, let's just hang. Your body be empty. Maybe wiggle your shoulders a little bit. Feel the lower back opening.
you're able to drop your head, it brings the blood into the neck and shoulders. So it's good for clearing the mind. It's a nice place to hear your breath. Slow it down. Feel the blood moving into your neck and shoulders. It's really good for your thoughts. And now we're going to bring our hands to the back of the legs and do a little bit of tapping down the legs. Really extra tapping behind the knees. One more time. From the top to the bottom. If you're in a chair, you're tapping on the outside. And then brush down. 3 times. And then if you need to use your hands on your legs to walk yourself up, or hands crossed, come back up, lean back one more time. And now we're going to part our arms out to the side. Sorry, lower down. Again, turn your palms out. Breathe in long and slow and soft. And exhale longer, softer. Feel your body expanding. Notice the tingling through your arms. Bring a smile back if you lost it. One more full breath. Remember, your body's a balloon. Let's let the whole thing fill up with breath. Sip in a little more if you can before you release. Now turn your palms toward each other. See if you can feel a little bit of tingling again in the palms. This is to help you recognize the work you're doing is not for anything. It is for you to be aware that this healing energy is pulsating throughout your whole body. Now we're going to do cloud hands. So again, this can be done in a chair. We want our feet wide, so even in a chair, feet wide. We're going to bring your arms up and across your body. So one hand's going to be below the other, and your palms are going to face your body the whole time. And from the side, my arms aren't touching, and I'm going to just bring my arm out and down, and as this arm comes down, the other one comes up. So it's as if there was a counterweight on your arms, if you think of it that way. When your arm comes to one side, try shifting into that leg. And simultaneously. So we want to try to keep the arms parallel to each other, but don't worry too much. If you're struggling, just to think about the movement. Inhale as your arm lifts up, and exhale. Go slow. Remember, it's harder to go slow. Fully empty your breath. I'm not going to worry about where your hands are. I want you to focus on your breath and a long, long inhale, just like we did. Slower exhale, hands coming down, these hands lifting up. And we're going to lift up, shift. We're breathing in, this is for the heart. It's evening out. Heart stores frustration and anger and unresolved rage, so this helps to smooth it out. Pulling it down and out. Lean in, follow your breath. Going faster, see if you can go slower. Lifting the arms. Notice how this feels under your arms. So my arms have a little bit of a curve in them. So my arms aren't flat to my body. Again, in a chair, easy to do. Breathe in. Again. Now I'm going to step one leg back. I'm going to lean into the back leg and shift my weight into the forward leg. It's cloud hands. So think of a cloud moving across the sky. See how slow your hand can move if it were a cloud. I know there are some fast moving clouds, but we're not inviting a storm into our day. We want the soft, fluffy clouds. You stare at them, you see things, fun shapes. You haven't done that in a while. It's a wonderful springtime activity. Give yourself permission. Find a chair or lay out in the yard. Now we're going to step forward and bring the other leg back. Check your expression. What are you doing with it? Where is your head? Is it leaning forward? Planted back over the top of your shoulders. Feel the lightness of your arm. The lightness of your breath. One more. Each side. And again, step in, lay your hands over your abdomen, or if you're in a chair, again, hands placed on the abdomen, close your eyes. Good. We're going to do a balanced posture next. So 2 options if you're in a chair. One is, depending on where you're at, your hands can be supporting you. We're going to lift the leg to strengthen the leg, or you could do circles with your ankles to work the joints, okay? If we're able to stand, you're next to something that you can hold on to, a wall or a chair, or maybe both. Remember, you're not being graded. Whatever your support is, that's going to be your standing leg, okay? So I'm going to shift my weight into that leg without popping my hip. So first start with your feet equal underneath your body, and to find that place, let's bring your big toes together. So let them touch in a little V shape. Shift your weight into the balls of your feet, and then move the heels out, keeping the toes touching. Now sink the weight into your heels and bring the toes forward and more in line with the outside edge of your hips. Lift your ribs, move your head back over your shoulders. Now I'm going to lift up a little bit, make your body a little taller, and I'm going to let the weight sink into this leg. Again, I did not pop my hip, I just move the weight over. So this leg is empty and free. And this leg is substantial. If you need to keep your foot on the floor, no problem. Your toe could touch at the front and the back. And another option if you're in a chair for this, because we're opening up the lymph nodes in the groin. So people that are standing, keep swinging. If you're in a chair, you could also bring your body just to the side. So I'll do it from the front. Just let your leg hang over. During the day, if you have a computer chair or a computer job, this is a very important thing to keep that hip open. So this will stimulate circulation into these lymph nodes. Swing. If you're able to use both arms, it's okay, but remember, I don't have a stuffed animal to give you. You're just practicing. Every day we're practicing and examining and assessing where we're at today. If this is a day where you didn't want to get out of bed, I understand. Think of your body lifting up toward the clouds. And if you wobble, that's okay. Children do it all the time and they fall. And they get up and they do it again. And that's what we have to do. Now we're gonna shift, and I'm gonna point my heel so my heel comes down first and the whole surface of my foot hits the floor. Again, lift up instead of sinking down. This leg is going to be fine. Start swinging. If you need to shift to use your chair on the other side or touch a wall, whatever you have around you. If you're in a kitchen and you have 2 counters, that's a handy spot to practice during the day. So if you go in the kitchen, what am I gonna eat? Grab over the counter and start swinging. Find your breath and try not to be doing this. This is really common and we want to be careful about that because we want to isolate and see if we can, sometimes a little engagement, like you're putting on a pair of pants that used to fit. Just that amount of a tuck in with your abdomen is enough to help other muscles release and to stabilize your body. Don't forget to breathe. One more. And then flex the foot, bring the heel down. Now open your legs. You need to sit, feel free. Hands are gonna be on your hips. We're gonna bend our knees. And we're gonna rotate. So, used to say reef, you got springtime, so think of a big hula hoop. Rotating your pelvis around that hula hoop. Now go in the other direction. So your knees stay bent. If you have your body stiff and rigid, it's much more difficult. Think about when things are stiff and rigid. They break. If it's soft and supple like a piece of bamboo, it sways in the wind. And that's how we want to keep our body. And again, notice if you're going like this. It's okay, but try isolating just your pelvis. A little less movement at the upper body. Now, let's take a minute. This lower body movement is going to be combined with our serving tea. So, by request, we're serving tea today. If you have cups, grab them, but you don't need them. And the reason we use them is for your visual. And this is the reminder, your fingers are always going to be pointing up. So if you hold your cup or your palm, if you don't have a cup, just do this. And the thumb is the secret, because what we're doing is we're wrapping the tendon around the bone. And this is a practice that martial art, Qigong, engages. So when people are practicing for martial arts or Tai Chi, you wrap the bones, the tendons around the bones. It gives you deeper strength in your movement. So we're gonna take our hands, cupping them up. Maybe you're holding melons. You think of your favorite melon. Draw one arm back. Start with one arm. And I'm gonna come up close so you can see what I'm doing again. For those of you starting out, I'm just gonna slide it straight back and then curl. This is where it gets weird. Now bring your elbow forward as much as you can. Try not to spill your tea. Lift your elbow straight up. And circle above your head and bring your elbow forward. Hand. Now slide it straight back. Curl the wrist. Roll the shoulders. See the arch in my spine? I'm doing that on purpose. And I'm going to let my hips move out to the sides as my arm is making that circle. So think of that hula hoop on the ground. Just do what you can. This took me a long time to not spill tea. But you're in America, you get free refills. No worries. Curl the wrist. Again, this is for the lymph nodes and the joints. You feel this from the hip, really all the way through the body. Everything is activated with the serving tea. Just gonna do one more. And as your hand comes forward, we're going to reverse. So take your teacup out in a big circle behind you. Very nice. Let your arm roll over your head and lower your teacup. On the side, my wrist is upwardly up to the sky. You bring your arm behind you and curl your wrist and slide your arm forward. Lift your teacup. Big circle. Don't forget that smile on your face. Think of all the friends that you would love to share tea with. You'll get to see them again soon. Inhale. And really, they're all with you in spirit. So every person that just came to your mind, they're with you right now. Slow movement, remember? Focusing on the exhale as your arm comes down. And inhale when your arm comes up. Slower the breath, the more the body gets a chance to really enjoy it. When you eat a meal very fast, it's not as satisfying. So your breath is the meal for your body. Enjoy it, long and slow. Savor each one. Good. Now let's go to the other side. Come up. Remember, there's always one side that's easier than the other. So we're going to slide the arm back. Keep your fingers up to the sky. And roll the thumb up. Curl the arm back. Roll the shoulder. Lift the elbow. Let your hips move so circling into the sky is easier. Slide the elbow back. Curl the circle. The shoulder, lift the teacup. Big circle. Bigger smile. Come on, just try it on. See how it fits. Hands up. How about a Mona Lisa grin at least? Inhale, good. Some days you just don't feel like smiling, but just practicing. So our chi, we're going to send that into our cells. Thank you for receiving the oxygen that's coming through our body as we're creating these movements. One more. And now we're going to reverse. So slide your arm up and out in a big circle. Bring it back as much as you can. Roll, so I'm rolling that elbow, that helps too. Curl the hand forward. Lift your teacup up. Long inhale. Feel your lungs filling up. Exhale as your hand comes down to the earth. Fully into your breath. So if your breath isn't the pace of mine, that's okay. The goal is to try to make every breath a little longer than the one before. And the way we make this a moving meditation is by following the cup with our eye. But in the beginning, simply work on keeping your hand facing the sky. That's really challenging. Take a breath. So we'll just stay with our hands on our abdomen for a moment. Then close your eyes. Check in with your body, see how you're feeling. If you need to sit down, fine. You can do this in a chair. So I'm going to just demo that one time. So we're going to do both hands, and your arms are going to cross, and your elbows are going to come back. And you look like a little monkey for a minute. So roll the shoulders, so from the side I'm arching. I'm going to bring my elbows forward as much as I can. Roll your wrists. This is the hard part. Lift your hands up. When you spill your tea, that's fun. Laugh at yourself. So I'm drawing the elbows back, rolling the shoulders, bring the elbows forward, lifting my hands up, circling into the clouds. It's the same movement. It is a little more challenging when you're sitting because your hips aren't moving, but it's possible. And remember, you want to think about the possibilities. You just do one round and you're tired. It's okay. You did one. Inhale. Open your heart and lungs. Exhale, opening the spine and the kidneys, giving a little massage to the spleen and liver. Inhale. And exhale. Lifting up on the inhale. And if you feel like you've got this down, try letting your eye travel with one hand. When your arms cross, that's when the gaze changes. We always keep our mind connected to the palm. Now, let's try just 3 in the other direction. Come up, so we're going to start with our chest open, crossing, and it's going to feel really strange. So bend your knees and squat down a little bit to open your spine. Teacups are to the side and rounded. I'm going to curl my wrist, slide my teacups forward so they cross without touching. And now I'm going to tuck under my tailbone and open my heart. Doesn't have to be much. Bend your knees, tuck under. You bring your chin in, so you get a massage to your spine. Inhale, lifting the chin. Remember, every little bit counts. So even if you feel like, I can only move a half an inch, that's okay. That's a half an inch you didn't move. One more. Scoop up for your tea, the gods and goddesses. Down to it. Now, bring your hands together. Again, just open your palms. So your choice, you can open the palms to feel the chi. If you want to store it in your lower dantian, this is where we store our life force energy. A little massage. Feel free to sit if you're tired. Take this moment with your eyes closed to just check in. Now we're going to step and sweep down different sides of our body. So the left hand's going to sweep down the right as my weight is on the right leg. Sweeping it down, pushing it into the earth. Still do this in a chair. Take a breath in. It could be a shorter breath, longer exhale. And now we can also slide this down our arms. Sorry, I forgot to turn off the phone. I'm going to go across our chest and down the inside of the arm. Your feet stay connected to the ground. This little shifting, you're going to go down the front of your body, or down your arms, up to change your mood. Now we're going to work on a little bit more things to do emotional balance. So in case you're having one of those days, any day, we do the tapping throughout our body, but today I'm just going to focus on some things to do your emotional balance. So in the past, we've done the wrist. We're going to go through that. We're going to review it. We're also going to tap here in the center of the chest. Use one or both hands. Again, use your fingertips or open hands as is comfortable for you. But all this stimulates circulation and will help to dissolve some things that get stuck And when we have depression or anger or frustration, it's the lungs and the heart area that store it. So just like Tarzan, Mrs. Tarzan, Jane, come down the front of your chest, open mouth. And now we're going to go down the heart meridian. And today we're going to come right underneath the long point, right under the collarbone. Pick either side. There's no magic formula to doing the right or the left. Go under the collarbone, the lung meridian. And then we're going to go down the inside of the arm to our palm. And today we're going to go back up. So this is the cycle of that meridian. So we're going to go down the palm. Usually we only sweep down the arm, but we're making a circle. And we're going to cross over and change hands. Tap under the collarbone. Over the mouth. So we'll be feeling depression, very natural, right? Let it go with that exhale. And tap down inside of it. We want to let go of the negative because inside your body, beneath all that, I automatically went down the outside. We go down the inside, up the outside today. And we'll do one more. So every organ has a negative and a positive emotion associated with it. And we'll do a little more extra tapping since we're still in the COVID moments. Remember, your fingertips count. Light tapping is as effective. Do as much as you can. Go down the front of your chest. And let's do a little in the abdomen. Just to make the skin. So just like the forward bending we were doing earlier, this is good for digestion. And also helps us to get rid of worry. Become a little more open-minded and accepting of ourselves. Now we're going to sweep our arms up and pull down the sky. So we're going to pull all that energy, that positive energy from the sky, follow your hands up. And my arms are going to turn toward me. And just pass right in front of my body. Sink down gently. When your hands come to waist, that's where you sink a little bit. Inhale, lift. Imagine you're looking to the sky and exhale. Press down your balloon of oxygen you have in your body. Inhale. Exhale. Just do one more. Breathe in. And exhale. So this is for the perineum. It's called a triple one-arm. And we're going to turn our palms out. And arms are open. Move your head back over your shoulders if it's forward again. Eyes can be closed or open. Let your gaze be downward. If you need to keep your eyes open, try lifting your toes and spread them out, even in a chair, and lay them down. Feel that connection of the full surface of your foot connecting with the earth. Bring that smile back if you've lost it. Now we're going to come to your chair. Sure you're ready for it if you haven't been in it yet. And we're going to do the three main points. We've done some tapping and sweeping across the arms, limbs, and torso. So we're going to do the face.
And when you use your claw fingers, tiger claws is what they're called, you're just going to lightly tap. So very lightly tap up your face, around the edges. Come around to the hairline, tapping the side of your head. Come up to the crown, and back of the head. Tilt your chin in now and tap the back of your neck. Go behind the ears at the bottom of the skull. And back to the side of your head. Now we're going to take our palms, lay them flat on your face, and sweep your fingers back through your hair. So we're going full length. Up the face, keep your spine tall so you're not sinking down into the body. Light touch over the face, and then bend your fingers. Nice stretch through your hair. If you have a pretty hairdo and you don't want to mess it up, try that nice soft sliding over the top. If you're brushing, you do the sides all the way to the back. Tilt your chin and bring your thumbs today to the middle of your spine, or the edges of your spine. Slide up the back of your neck. Press in. If you want to use your middle finger, that's fine too. You pick which finger works better for you today. Lift your head and let it sink over top of whatever finger you chose to put behind your skull. You could do little circles, or you could just let them push straight up and in. This is the gallbladder channel. And now release your arms, bring your hands to your lap. Take a moment to notice the difference in how your face feels. Hopefully we keep a soft expression. And just to make sure we cleared all those lines of tension, bring your arms out, fingers wide. You could be standing. Just to remind you at different times during the day, you can do these standing or sitting. Lean your head to one shoulder, stretch out through the fingers. Ensure you're not just holding your shoulders up. Imagine there's a weight on your fingers and they're all pulling down toward the earth. And just for a minute, draw the shoulders together and then bring them back to the side and down. Close your eyes. Make sure your face is soft. If you've been practicing your smile, it should feel a little easier now. Put your head in front of the shoulder. Feel free to open your mouth with your exhale. It feels really tight to stay there for a few breaths. It's nice to have your eyes closed because then your mind is right inside your body. Remember, no one else is in your body ever. You're the one that knows where you're holding on to dis-ease. So now is the opportunity to let it flow down your arm and out your fingertips. Gently roll your head back over your shoulder. Tilt your jaw toward the sky. You might even imagine something has their fingers underneath your jaw, lifting your body a little taller into the sky. Head is heavy. And bring the ear back over the shoulder. Hug the jaw in toward your collarbone and slide your chin toward the center of your chest. And then move to the other side. Tilt your head in front of the other shoulder. Feel the opposite arm reaching down. Fingers are still open. This is all tendon work. Again, pay attention wherever you're holding on. Feel free to tell your body it's okay to let some or all of it go today. Whatever your body's ready to release. Give it a chance with that long, slow exhale. Slide your ear over the shoulder. Make sure it didn't reach up, down and empty. And as you're able, let the head roll behind the shoulder. You're giving all of the chi that's locked in your body a chance to release and move out into the universe so you can change form, leave open space in your body for new experiences. Let your head roll in front of the shoulder, keeping the head heavy back across the front of your body. And one time behind the shoulder. So if you have vertigo, of course you're going to just do what's working for you today. Lift your jaw. So lifting your chin up lengthens the front of your throat. Move behind one shoulder to the other. Again, if it's really tight in any one spot, pause there. Maybe there's more than one spot. Reach down. Slowly bring your head back to center. Let your hands just rest in your lap. Palms could be up, this is receiving. Palms down is grounding. And then we're going to finish with our feet. So as much as you're able, you're going to bring your ankle over your knee. And remember, if this is not possible for you, dryer balls, the prickly ones, or even a tennis ball, anything that can roll under your foot is a nice way as an option for massaging your feet. I love to do this when I'm sitting with one of those little funky balls under my foot. It's just a nice way. This is where all your nerve endings end in your hands and your feet. So it's important to send them some love, whatever way you can. Today we're going to use your knuckles. We're going to do a little more scrubbing. So let's start by activating some chi in our hands. And we're going to scrub the knuckles vigorously back and forth. I know it could burn if you have neuropathy really bad. Just visualize circulation and the blood flowing into that fascia. So that's what we're doing. We're stimulating the tissues. And then come to the knuckles where the fingernails are, scrubbing. So you're scrubbing out a pan. Turn your palms up. You can lay in your lap for a minute, or just hover over your body and see what you're feeling through your fingertips. And this energy that you're feeling is the same energy that shamans use, so we can direct it to our own body for its healing. We're going to take our hand to your ankles, and if you think all of this is baloney, it feels good, just have faith. Getting blood flowing through your body is a good thing. So we're going to use your pincher fingers or your knuckle. If you want to use your knuckles, rub both top and bottom. You can always teach this to someone else. Come around your heel. Support your foot. Push from the heel toward the ball of your foot. You could use your thumbs. or you can use your knuckle. Just pushing down and out. If it feels really tender, it's okay. That's normal. You can do this a lot, every day. It's really nice, beginning or end of your day. We're going to do the bubbling well. So when you curl your toes, you'll see a little indentation right at the ball of your foot. It's the same as cupping the palm. So we're going to put your thumb or your elbow, and we're going to rub against that. Now we're going to cup our fingers. We're going to come back to the top of the foot. We're just doing the whole bottom while we're here today. Fingertips are going to massage at the base of your toes. You're going to pull them back. Have the whole ball of the foot you can cup and massage. You're going to take your thumbs or your knuckle, press down in between each toe in that soft spot across the top of your foot. Using the pincher fingers on both hands, go through each toe. Pick one to start with. Just make sure you get all of them. Start at the base of the toe and wiggle toward the tip and pinch the very tip of your toe. And go to the next one. So top, bottom, and sides are wiggling. Again, if you can't pick up your foot to this position and you have something under your foot, you can also be doing this with your hands while we're working on the foot. Wiggle, wiggle. Squeeze at the end. Again, remember, if it feels tender, no worries. It's requesting that you spend a little more time massaging it or train someone you live with to do the same. Now we're going to rub our hands together and then rub the top and bottom of your foot like you're scrubbing it. Place your foot down, take a little moment to notice how that feels different, and let's go to the other side. So in these practices, if you start to feel nauseous or dizzy, it is normal in the beginning. You're stirring up the chi until your body gets accustomed to having it move into areas that might have been blocked. It's very normal. So that's why I'm always suggesting you sit down whenever you need to, or just focus on your breath. Let's go to the other foot. We're massaging around the heel. Again, you're using your knuckles. You're using your thumbs, whatever is working for you today. And then you're gonna do the bottom of the foot. We're gonna run every direction in this chair. So we're going from the heel up toward the ball of the foot. And then either the thumb on the part where it's soft in the middle or your elbow, press into the bubbling well point. Slide from the ankle toward your toes. And remember, if you practice this at other times, there is no rule work in how you approach your foot. Always try to go down and out. Now we're going to massage the base of the toes. And pinch your fingers, start at the bottom of each toe, getting the top, bottom, and sides, wiggle to the end, and pinch. As much pressure as it feels good for you. Again, it's tight. Do it a little more. Sometimes it feels like, there's no time for me to do this at other times. We can create time. Our body carries us through this world and we make our own choices. So rub You can do these things while you're in the doctor's office waiting. And these little practices will help calm down. So that's why you practice them so you can remember, use them when you need them. So rub. And then bring your palms together one last time. Let them face each other. Feel free to close your eyes. Move that chin around, spiraling it. And then smile back if you've lost it. And let's send it into our lower dantian. And just smile deep within yourself. Know that what you've done here may not show on the outside, but you've honored that beautiful body that you've been given to live in, with all of its nooks and crannies. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Maybe I'll see you next week at 10:30 or Thursday at 9 for yoga. Have a great day and an excellent week. Bye.